achievements in the Ministry of Tourism, of course, as we are in one of the hottest and the best seasons, the summer season here in Egypt. Why it's one of the hottest in the sense of not hot weather, but the hottest, the most charming, because as we know that Egypt is very diverse. There are different parts and places in Egypt where you can spend different types of vacation. You have the Sahel vacation, or the seashore vacation. You have the medical vacation. You have the entertainment vacation. You go to Alamein festival that is that is due and taking effect starting from this month, and a lot of other types of tourisms that you would love to spend in Egypt during summertime. And this is going to be the topic we're going to be having with our dear guest over the phone live, Mr. Dr. Yehya Abdul, the tourism expert. Good morning, Mr. Abdul.
Good morning, Ms. Dina. How are you?
Record-breaking numbers as usual. When it comes to tourism, different seasons. Remember, we talk in winter time, it's record-breaking numbers. In summer, it's even more bigger record-breaking numbers. Talk to us about the achievements of tourism, or the Ministry of Tourism generally, when it comes to this season. What have happened ever since June?
Well, really, we are so fortunate because the solid strategy of the Ministry of Tourism is, bringing its yield, and fruits. That's why over the the first 6 months of the year, we recorded over 7 million visitors. This is more than the record we achieved, in 23. Again, we had 3 major nationalities and groups that accounted for nearly 3 million visitors: German, Russian, and Saudi visitors. So this is a large volume, out of the 7 million visitors. And then concerning the tourist receipts as well, the revenues, it's more than that we recorded, last year and 10 years ago. And again, the number of tourist nights, we got exceed 71 million tourist nights, since last January. So really, we are doing so well in this current, summer season, inshallah.
Right, of course. As we are speaking now, we are speaking of the new Alamein festival that is taking place, Al-Alam Alamein, in its 3rd round or 2nd round now. And also we're witnessing some peak in tourism programs in other coastal cities like Sharm el-Sheikh, Hurghada, Dahab, Nuweiba, and all these areas that are attractive and charming. And most of the people abroad, they book early, from early winter, to come and enjoy their vacations at this time of the year. And we also have Cairo, Midtown Cairo, which is also a nice place where you can have the Gulf tourism, staying in hotels in Midtown Cairo and enjoying their nights, and riding camels at the Giza Plateau in the morning and all that. So talk to us about the different touristic opportunities when it comes to summer. Should we start with Al Alamein?
Well, really, you're quite right. Both, the beaches, and coastal regions of Egypt on the Red Sea and the Mediterranean are quite busy now. I mean, for example, Egypt Air is, running, daily flights from Cairo to Alamein because of the influx, of local and international visitors who like to be there, within an hour. And then we have, regional flights from Riyadh and Jeddah as well, on daily basis. So there's a growing demand for the luxury and upscale resorts of Alamein. I mean, stretching all the way from Alexandria to Alamein and to Marsa Matruh, where we have, a great airport as well. So really, due to the policy and the promotion campaigns of the Ministry of Tourism, we have a very busy season in Alamein currently, and we have concerts and festivals and gourmet events that's stretching at least for 3 months.
Right. What are the different programs that are set for visitors in Al Alamein, of course, besides to the coastal life and the seashore and you know, the daily summer activities at the coast. Of course, there are other activities at night and midday, of course, in Alamein, especially because Alamein also is not a coastal city. It's a city for all seasons, and it is equipped with every single facilities just like the capital. It's another capital, summer capital for Egypt.
It is, you know, like now it's planned, you know, like and designed and managing to be a year-round resort, like Alexandria and like Sharm el-Sheikh and other coast, you know, like cities, you know, like on the Red Sea. So now they have like businesses, they have industries, they have universities, and we have the resort, and we have an excellent port, you know, like for yachts, you know, like to come from Italy, from Greece, from Monaco. So it's becoming a hub, and it has at least like 3 international airports in the vicinity, you know, like that transfer passengers in and out Alamein. And then it has, you know, like a calendar, an excellent calendar of promotion activities, sports, culture, flowers, fruits, competition and contest. This is apart from, you know, like the entertainment and leisure activities, you know, like the visitors like to do, you know, like throughout the daytime.
Right. So talk to us also about the other coastal areas that are receiving visitors at this, starting from the beginning of this month.
Yeah, really, you know, like the Marsa Matruh International Airport has been receiving, you know, like the Virgin and early flights, you know, like this week, you know, like from Poland, from Romania, from Germany, from Spain. So the whole Mediterranean, you know, like coast are very busy, and, you know, like there's a growing demand, and even prices, you know, like they are not, you know, like budget prices, because this is a high time of the season, and international travelers, they love to come and visit, you know, like the South Mediterranean by this time of the year.
Right. We totally understand that the situation in the neighboring countries is not that good. And we might be subject to the envy of neighboring countries when the tourism is booming here in Egypt, while the neighbors are probably going through difficulties. If you like to give us some reasons how Egypt is maintaining tourism and flourishing year after year.
Really, you know, like throughout times, you know, like Egypt has been stable. You know, like apart from, you know, like events going on, you know, like in the vicinity and in the neighborhood, because, you know, like the nature of the Egyptian people, the management, the administration, you know, like the hospitality organizations we have, the travel associations, the whole environment really is very, you know, like peaceful and relaxed and well management. That's why visitors, you know, like year round, they like to come, even if there's like any upheavals, you know, like, or events, you know, like going on there in the countries. They love to come to Egypt because of its resorts, of its Upper Egypt, of Cairo, which is like celebrating 1,055 years now, since today is the like the foundation day of Cairo. So this is something that we have to celebrate, you know, including in our travel and tourism and archaeological agenda. So that's why there's a growing demand for Egypt, apart from events, you know, like going on in the neighborhood.
Right. What are the latest promotional campaigns, especially that we know that Ministry of Tourism has been very active for the almost last 5 or 6 years, or even 10 years, producing documentaries, producing movie pop-ups that talk about the different types of tourism in Egypt, very popular documentaries that are known and being aired worldwide on different media outlets that talk about the wonders of Egypt. Talk to us about these things and activities that are spared by the Ministry of Tourism.
Well, within the past 10 years, you know, like we increased the capacity of hospitality and hotel rooms. At least we increased by 15 to 20,000 rooms, you know, like since 2014. And we need more rooms, you know, like to to go to the point of receiving 30 million visitors. So this is one point. So all over Egypt, from Aswan to Cairo to Mediterranean Red Sea, we are developing hotels, like 4 and 5 stars and luxury hotels around the clock. Since 2014, we added 8 international airports, like Sphinx, as well as, like in St. Catherine, Red Sea. So we have more airports. That's why it's doubling the capacity of international flights getting into Egypt. Again, we developed and we built more museums, 5 museums at least, since the past 10 years. The Al Fustat Museum for Civilization, another museum in Qader, a mummification museum in Luxor, and we restored the Greco-Roman Museum in Alexandria as well. So there's been more attractions, more facilities, superstructure, and the network of roads, and airports we developed really is some of the factors that moving and upgrading and developing tourism in Egypt.
Right. Talk to us also about the different tourism projects that took place. Like, for example, establishing museum at every airport, almost every airport at the Red Sea. Museums that are flourishing and being renovated, the old museums. The new museums, like, of course, the Grand Egyptian Museum, that is everybody's waiting in anticipation to enjoy every corner of it. The Museum of Civilization that became as one of the most state-of-the-art modern types of museums that came to amaze the whole world with its thoughtful ideas. Talk to us about these achievements.
Well, really this, like the Fustat Museum for Civilization really is a great icon because, within, 2 or 3 hours when you tour the facility, you will be introduced, to Egyptian civilization since prehistoric to contemporary. So this is, a great stopover for visitors, who are coming to Egypt on a short, short stay. And again, for the past 15 years, we've been developing the Grand Egyptian Museum in the Giza Necropolis. So inshallah, this year is going to be the grand opening, and this is going to promote, tourism and international influence to Egypt to really an extremely great extent. Apart from that, we have, the Egyptian antiquities displays and exhibitions worldwide. You remember the collection of Ramesses II and Golden Pharaohs has been touring world capital, from Texas, and from San Francisco to Paris to Sydney, and this month, it's opening in Cologne in Germany. So this has been on display for around 5 years now. So these archaeological antiquities and heritage museums, they promote, the demand for visitors, to come to Egypt and do night cruises and visit Luxor and Aswan and Cairo, the old capital as well.
Right. On this note, of course, Dr. Yehya Abdul, the Tourism Council, would like to thank you so much, sir, talking to us on the Breakfast Show. And by this, we come to the end of the show for today. Many thanks to all of you. Until we see you again tomorrow morning. That's goodbye.